back to my YouTube channel. I'm Nestor Dragon here, and you're watching Gamer Nestor, and let's rumble. Alright guys, as you guys know, I'm doing the Arkham Quest, so I've been stuck in a freaking loop for a good deal. Alright, dear God, help me. Nahida is the god. Alright.
What's the hurry?
I think the Academy of People is trying us to stuck in a loop. Okay. Let's do this.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your...
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it...
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago.
Dreams is the Academy of People doing. They don't let people dream. So maybe it's like that?
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you?
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious?
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on.
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So
Hope my voice is clear.
looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? My mom remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely at this time of day, Dia's probably
What's the hurry?
I'm fine, my lady.
perfect timing.
Paimon, traveler. You came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
Tell her, traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What?
Alright, so this is the situation.
We're stuck in a freaking loop, people.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my great...
Alright. Okay, we have someone inside, because I'm really going to go crazy.
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyars.
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow, how perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here.
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret, or...
Do you believe us now? The Sabzeruz festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the
Okay.
sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sabzeruz festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must...
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. People in Sumeru don't dream. What is... That doesn't sound right. I need to care. My mind feels exhausted, even though I have. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. That doesn't sound right. Okay.
The fatigue.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Maybe it's stuck in our head.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties. But we cannot.
Alright guys, exploring on people without their consent, I'm gonna bash your head. Alright, we're stuck in deja vu again.
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we... Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody...
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way...
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about...
I guess... I'm the moon.
The moon?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her.
No wonder our clock wasn't working. We were stuck in a loop from the very beginning. Oh my god, we were stuck in the loop
there you
from
are.
the
We've
very
already taken
beginning.
care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt? What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt?
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword?
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You all... It's as if...
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around?
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Forget it.
Please, escape from this loop. I'm freaking annoyed at this. Man.
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every... Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on all.
Hey, what kind of...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only... How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? This tomorrow... It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sabzeruz festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is...
That's why it makes no sense. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
Man, I took a while
So
to get.
strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sabzeruz festival every day.
Continue to be honest. Compared to what we stand to achieve.
Please.
We're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out.
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of it. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that.
Paimon thought that Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together...
Paimon's flattered and everything.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you...
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you...
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
I wish he'd talk more, because his voice is epic. Alright, let's interpret.
Okay, Nahida said we've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. The moon, illusions, and lies. That doesn't sound right. If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sabzeruz festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Alright. I should get a certificate for
Tell us
this.
if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all.
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right. She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go.
Let's do this. I'm really annoyed though. Stuck in a freaking loop is annoying. But at the same time, not so annoying. Sorry, Bennett, I'm stuck. I really have really bad feelings. I always feel sad for it. I just want to hug him.
What's the hurry?
I'm really huggy type person. Huggy. I'm not a diaper person though. Yeah, hope you guys. I have, in our country we have a company called Huggies. So yeah, Huggies.
There you are. It really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with?
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what...
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me...
Yes, your memory's being erased.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's
Oh? Why do you think...
If we've actually been reliving the Sabzeruz festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsense. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along.
Okay.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
We're not stuck in a loop. Our memory is not being erased, so we are living at the same time, but we're also being...
This is it.
Huh? This...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days worth. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style. And
Is it really impossible?
people often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate. Whew. Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory But at least we've reached. Yep, that's true. So strange. Paimon feels like everything. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right. It's really. Paimon can't believe it. Did we? How about we go back and ask Nahida?
Okay, so far it's really annoying. Alright, I'll do a 30 minutes of this and I'll leave this. Not the place, but just the recording. Okay, so far it's...
We're back early today. Did you find...
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And
leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do...
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us were...
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should...
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Beep.
Our memories are back!
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have listened to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay.
What did happen? I want to know. Every illusion has something. Oh, right. Something is something here.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the...
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request and
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
Something
It
isn't
looks like
right.
he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take... This is a good spot. And the guard... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... Oh, okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back and...
Okay. Something tells me this is gonna be a bad.
Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you, and Paimon waited for you for hours and hours in the city wall, and you never came back! You promised Paimon
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day!
Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what we're... I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon!
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
But don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me.
Yep, now we're...
Something is not right. This is really confusing. It's taking a lot of my brain power now.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of...
Yep. I'll help you save the messages.
We'll never know until we try. At least, let's go then. Let's expose those sages. Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the...
Alright.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Those spaces are actually... What is going on?
Why did the message end right there? What did it...
Probably because yesterday just happened to end it.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep.
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic?
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sabzeruz festival, also disappears! And we're taken later on. Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind the Paimon's head is spinning. Just what?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey, where are you going?
I have 30 days for that, so I'm gonna... Alright guys, so I'm gonna end my video right here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just kidding. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's serious. Alright guys, I'm gonna end my video right here. Sayonara. Bye guys.